Hi guys, Dolores Nascrit coming to you from sunny Manitoba, Canada. I'm excited today to bring you this new brush set. It's a folk art floral and butterfly brush set. So there's a bunch of stamps that you can use to create really nice compositions. I'm going to show you real quick some of the things that I've created, some of the tips I have about using them. Overall, you're going to be really excited because there's 140 brushes plus a 10 brush bonus set. So check it out. Remember to use the discount code. Hi everybody, just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of this new brush set that I have on release for today, May 1st. It'll be available from here on in my artist resources. I wanted to break down a few of the really fun things that you can do with the brushes. So of course, it's loaded with a bunch of really cute flowers. I have tried to create them in different angles, as you can see. So this would be probably this grouping here. What I did was stamp the brush in position. You can of course adjust the size here, or you could even go into the brush and down here in properties, you could make it bigger or smaller depending on the size of your document. I've created all the brushes from a 10 by 10 master file. So these are really nice and clean, very, very sharp. If you wanted to add texture like I have here, I just added a clipping mask and went in and chose whichever, I've got a bunch of textures I've included here. I've got all of these details and dimensioning brushes, and I know you've got tons of brushes from me in the past. So once you have the clipping mask, of course, you are going to be painting separately from the flower. Choose a color that complements. That's probably the exact same color, so not the best choice, but you can see how you could really quickly and easily add the detail. One of the things I did this time, which I thought was really fun on this other document, is that I also used some of these textural brushes as erasers. So I had added some of this extra detail in the background, and what I did there was change my eraser to be one of these. I can't remember which one, but you can see that you can use it to actually erase away. And what that does is helps you get that kind of a blend where it's really light and then it gets darker. I just kind of liked that effect, and I just wanted to share that with you. Now on this particular set of flowers, I went in with a bunch of these detail brushes. I've got a bunch of just new textury, streaky brushes, and I like those for giving, a hand painted look to your flower. Here in the middle, I used one of these textures to make a light circle, and then I went in, and in the flower set itself, you will find a whole ton of these flower centers. So this is the one that I used, and I just stamped it on a separate layer. So you can see here the layer that was the middle stamp, the textural layer, and that was the main layer. And again, you can see that the flowers are all kind of at different angles. Now, if you wanted to actually change the angle of a flower when you've drawn it, another thing that you could do is to select the flower that you want to affect, and then you could use distort here to either change the depth of it to make it look like it's maybe sitting at a bit of an angle, or you could use the warp and make all sorts of changes to the shape. You've got a bunch of different ones that I've already built in with different shapes, but you can still go ahead and make additional changes. You could use the advanced mesh here if you wanted to move things just a little bit more accurately, I guess I'd say, like more to your vision. I like this because you see how I can get the top petals to be kind of shorter so they look like they're flopping over in the back. And then this, of course, helps to make these front petals look a little bit longer. I'm going to undo all that because I have, of course, done all my textures to meet the size of that flower there. Now, I also included a bunch of these textures as bonuses. I really like those because you can do an instant background like I did here. So I had just done this little butterfly, and then I wanted to put a quick background on it, and there's nothing quicker than this. So basically I had a solid color, I added a new layer, I chose, and I'm going to move that down under the butterfly. I chose, lighter or darker color. You can do whatever you'd like, and then just grab one of the big textures and you can paint it on this quickly. Now, of course, you can also go in here and go into the grain and adjust it if you would like those to be a little bit bigger. And I think I would go to that color and just go a tiny little bit different. Well, that's probably not enough, but that's a little bit more subtle. And look how quick you've created a background for your art piece. I'm not sure what else to tell you here. I mean, I really enjoyed doing the pattern repeat with the flowers. I made sure on some of these that had the stem that it had a release here so that I could separately color the top and the bottom. So this one here, I could easily change my mind and go in and color these flowers completely differently from the bottom. And that really also helps. If you were to apply texture, you could select these areas and do them completely separately. What I did when I had my main pattern tile, I also went online to Amanda Grace's Surface Pattern Design Checker. I think it's here under Resources, Seamless Pattern Tester. Make sure that's the top page in your browser, and then you can go into your document here, slowly pull the dock up, grab your Safari, and then bring it over to the side here. Once you've got all of your layers, I'm going to show you real quick here. See, I've got all of these layers separate, but what I want to do is have them all on one layer. So I would do a 3-finger swipe down, copy all, then paste. That gives me my entire pattern on the single layer. Then I take my finger. It works better with my finger than my stylus for some reason. And here I'm checking the pattern. I don't know what that little glitch is on the screen, but you can enlarge or reduce the pattern here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Now, usually it doesn't glitch like this. I'm not sure what's happening here today, but you can check it out, and here you can resize it so you can see how your pattern looks. I have never seen that happen where the screen is kind of stuck on this thing. This usually disappears as soon as I go to the tester, but hopefully you'll have better luck with that. And like I said, you can slide this along and you can check your pattern repeat. All right. Hope you enjoy this set. It's my brand new set for May. And remember, there's a coupon. I will include the coupon code for you. All right. Bye for now.